Hi, Dan from DJ Moore Lofts, and today I've got another conversion to show off to you. So this is a conversion that we completed roughly around 2 to 3 months ago now, and the client's been putting in the finishing touches over the last couple of months: carpet, wardrobes and decoration. But this is quite a large conversion because it was L-shaped truss roof to start with, and there was a hell of a lot of timber. So if you look back at this past video that I'll show you now of this pan, all the timber, all the space, all the trusses, obviously we've got the lads unloading the stills and the main delivery. So that's day one. And then we drop back to where we are now. We've now got the stairs installed and it's a fully completed loft conversion, and the client's children have actually just moved in as well, so they're really enjoying the space. You'll see behind me we've got the staircase. Now this was one of the box bedrooms of the property, and what we've done is we took the wall and the lintel above the doorway to open it up as part of the landing area so that it's got an extended landing. Client's plan is to put some desks over in this area here as well, so we're going to have some home computing as well for the kids and for the wife. But also what that's allowed us to do is give us perfect space to get these stairs up into the new area. We've been able to add 2 bedrooms and even a cute little ensuite as well, and then on top of that we've got a nice big landing up there as well, which is a really nice bonus effectively. It's probably my favourite part just purely because of the angles, and I know how much work and how challenging it was to open up that area there. But look, instead of me blabbing it on, should we jump up there, let's show you what's what, and we'll give you a feel for the space. Let's go. So walking up into this landing space, the first thing you're greeted with is a nice big footprint of an area. We've got this angle to my left here, which is one of the internal valleys from the front of the roof. Structurally, there's a hell of a lot of work that's gone in to open up not only that valley, but then that hip section, the opposite side, just because the amount of timber in this area here was so self-supporting that effectively you can't just remove it as and what you want. You have to do it very strategically and obviously planned along with the structural calculations. But like I say, I love this angle and I love the feel of this space. It's unusual in a loft conversion. You get quite a nice big landing like this. Normally it is every inch is crammed into the rooms. So to have a landing like this is phenomenal. And obviously we just spoke to the client and they were saying how they're talking about maybe putting a chair, a little reading lamp and stuff like that on that area there, which will look fantastic. We'll go into the new son's bedroom first and we'll show you this space. So walking into the new child's bedroom, obviously this is a fantastic space that we've been able to incorporate as part of the conversion. We've got these 2 large SK06 windows to the front property. We couldn't put any on the back here or the side elevation purely because they've got solar panels all down there. And obviously if you look out this window here, you'll see we've got the same for one of the other rooms as well. So we've had to be very creative and selective where we put our windows to maximize the light, but also benefit the room. Now this room itself is a fantastic space. Everything has been set out for a double bed, but currently because the child is so young, they basically put a single bed in there for now. As the child grows, they'll then change the bed over and everything will be set out for that. So as part of the space as well, they've got fully fitted wardrobe space behind you as well, and alongside matching bedside tables, which look fantastic to the space. But overall, this is another real example of what a Velux can do. So obviously as a Velux conversion, you normally stick with the same shape of the roof, and you can see here, that's what we're talking about, whereas with a dormer, it adds a little bit more of a flat section. In this typical property though, we were unable to get a dormer. It just purely would have overpowered the property, and I think planning would have probably got involved just purely because of the size and the space. We would have used up our cubic meterage really quickly, and the council wouldn't have liked it ultimately. And to be brutally frank with you, I don't think the style of property would have suited the dormer, if I'm being really honest. So with what we've been able to create as a Velux conversion, it's a great example of what's possible without having to have a dormer and stuff. But yeah, another great space. Let's show you the new master. So this one's slightly smaller because we've got the ensuite in here. The original plan was for the parents to come up into this space and we make this the new master bedroom. But now since they've seen it, the older child is now actually looking at maybe coming up here as well. So they're trying to weigh up who's actually going to pick up and get this room. So, but arguably this is another fantastic example again of what is possible. We've got the double bed here. Obviously the other one had a single bed, but this one's set up for a double bed. Because of the orientation of the bed not being on the end wall where we've put the ensuite, we've had to build this lower section of wall for the headboard to sit up against, which is perfect because what that allows us to do is give the bed up against the slope in a usable manner, but more importantly give a usable walk space at the foot of the bed. Obviously that helped by the large Veluxes that we've got at the back. As I touched on, that you see through the other angle, we've got solar panels on this side, so we're unable to put any windows there. And then we've got this ensuite as well that we touched on. So this one's got a slightly smaller window in there, an MK06, but it's got a massive shower and a nice fixed piece of glass. Alongside that, we've also got an amazing Bluetooth mirror with an integrated shaver and another LED light around it. So everything just looks amazing in there, really, to be fair. And I really love the light that the client opted for in the soapbox with the featured tiles. It just really does pop and it looks phenomenal. And just having a conversation with the client, they were just saying, even though they're not up here and using that space, that's become his new favourite shower, so he's been using that daily before they're even up into the space, just purely because he loves how big that shower is and how everything just works perfectly, which is nice. So I just wanted to finish this video on the fact of that this is a Velux conversion, so that means you don't necessarily need dormers all the time to make a conversion work. We've just shown perfectly how it is possible to manipulate a room and a layout to suit a Velux conversion. Obviously there is some rules to that. There can't be low head heights and stairs have to work, but ultimately if you can kind of get a configuration to work, you don't always need a dormer, which is just a really nice point, because not everyone likes the aesthetics, which I can understand, and certain properties, they just don't carry a dormer very well, whereas in this scenario I think a Velux conversion is the perfect option, and the client done well to get exactly what they did out of this, and it looks fantastic. But hopefully you agree. Don't forget to leave us some comments, and we'll see you again in the next video. Enjoy.